Hello and welcome back to the Higher Heart Warrior channel. If you're new here, my name is Hadija. I do intuitive oracle and tarot readings on various topics focused mainly on your perspective, what you need to learn for your highest and greatest good. Today we're going to be doing a reading on messages from your inner child about them. So there's a specific relationship or connection that your inner child has some medicine, some healing that needs to be done through or with this connection. So with that said, we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm going to first do the different decks. I choose different decks because they have different energies and messages associated with them. For this deck, we're going to be looking at the overall energy of the connection for pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 3. That one. This is the inner child oracle. And with this deck, we're going to be looking at the lesson to be learned from or through them, whoever this person is. Messages from the inner child to pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And then this is the Angels and Auras deck. We're going to be getting how to learn this lesson. How can you learn this lesson? Pile 2, pile 3. I've already pre-shuffled these, but I just like to do it this way so that you can see. And this also, we're going to be getting how to learn the lesson. This is the Goddess Power deck. And then this is the Divine Masters deck. This is who you can call on for help if you find you're struggling in learning this lesson or accepting it or integrating it. Pile number 1, please. Pile number 2, okay. And pile number 3. Also, I just want to say not all lessons have to be hard, but, you know, sometimes that's how you learn, right? So we're going to be getting the zodiac sign for you or this person. Apply it how it fits, but for pile 1, just freestyling it. Okay, and this is the Angel Whispers deck. It's an angel number deck. You could be seeing this number a lot when you think about them. Okey-dokey. And then these are the letters that I made. I didn't make the letters, but this could be your initial, their initial. You know, again, apply it how it fits. And one more. Okay. And then we got more numbers for you. This could be their age, your age, could be a significant number for you. It's a lot of numbers, but pile 2. Also, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to, you know, like, subscribe, comment if you like, or if the reading, you know, helps in some way. That is my goal, is to be of assistance. And finally, we have, this could be the nature of the relationship. There's also some energy decks here, or energy cards here, like the elements. So it could be their chart ruler, the element of their chart ruler, like it could be that they like water or they like fire, you know, it'll depend what comes out. But then there's also like mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, friend. So let's see what we have for pile 1. Pile number 2. Oh, pile 1, okay. Pile 2. All right, looks like we're doing that. And then pile 3, jeez. All right, okay. Okay, all right, that's what we got then. All right, so I will get these settled and then I will show you the pile selectors in just 1 second. All right, so I will have the links in the description so you can just jump straight to your pile. But for pile 1, we have air, brother. Now, this is just a title. It doesn't necessarily have to be a blood relative. But then we have 60, 49, 16, 32, or 30. The letters V, N, Z, F, or H. The angel number 1111 with intuition is the keyword. And then sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Pisces, Cancer, Leo, or Aquarius. Then for pile 2, okay, so before I started, I was like, it'd be funny if a cat came up. Because I forgot to mention I had put pets in there too, but cat or best friend. Okay, I laugh, but you can seriously learn a lot from animals. So I love that that's in there. The numbers 31, 20, 18, 46, or 53. Some of my greatest lessons I learned from animals. So the letter A, the letter U, the letter K, the letter I, or the letter J. Pile 2 could be, you could be seeing 1515, and the keyword is creativity. And then for the sun, moon, rising, or Venus, you have Sagittarius, Aries, Capricorn, or Virgo. And then pile 3, we have cousin or great uncle. Excuse me. The number 28, 29, 58, or 48. The letter G, R, or O. The number 1212 with duality as the keyword. Or sun, moon, rising, or Venus in Gemini, Libra, Taurus, or Scorpio. So again, your timestamps will be in the description, but pile 1, I will go straight to you. Welcome, pile number 1. So since you had air, I did want to give another, okay, so there we go. Girlfriend, it could be a girlfriend. So brother, girlfriend, air sign, probably, most likely. Because we also have Aquarius. They could be an Aquarius. Can you see that? Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, pile 1, let's get into your message from your inner child about them. They could have the initials, you or they could have the initials Z, V, N, F, H. They could have Leo, Cancer, Pisces, or Aquarius as their sun, their moon, their rising, or their Venus in their natal chart. Again, with the numbers, with all of these different signs, they could be, you know, apply it how it fits. So the number 30, 32, 16, 49, or 60, or the number 1111. So the overall energy of this connection was peaceful and creativity. So you or they felt at, so you or they could feel or have felt at peace when they were around you, when you were connected, when you are connected. This doesn't necessarily have to be past tense. They can bring out your creative side, and your inner child loves that. Okay, and then we have let go of the past. It's time to envision a new story. And that's directly from your inner child. Like the lesson that you're learning through and from them is to let go of the past. I'm going to find out more about that. In what way? What is this about? Well, before I get tarot, let's just see what the other decks have to say. We have the next two are how to learn how to let go of the past. We have the power of prayer, surrender, believe, affirm, and release. So again, release, let go of the past, and co-creation. Now, the thing about the Spider Woman is there's a belief system that everything is interconnected. So the things you do, the things you say, the way you think, the actions you take, all have ripple effects. They're all connected on the web of life. And this, your inner child wants you to know that this connection with this girlfriend or brother is calling for, I feel like this is a past connection for the girlfriend. I'm not sure about the brother, but for the girlfriend, I feel like this is a past connection. And then we have draw cool, divine mission, enlightened action, make choices from the heart. Yeah. All right. So I feel like it's kind of clear that this is a past girlfriend that you're no longer connected to. And if it's not, there's some sort of hurt that happened that your inner child is asking for you to let go of so that you can create from the heart going forward with this person. Oh, this is interesting. Can you clarify this let go of the past? What is the inner child wanting? Because draw cool, like, the guidance is kind of to, like, at least with calling on draw cool to help release this, if this is an ex situation, with love and compassion. So that you can create a new story with somebody new. What about this let go of the past? What does the inner child want pile one to know about letting go of the past? And if it's not a girlfriend, if it is a brother, there was definitely some sort of betrayal that your inner child is saying it's time to let go of. So that you can create a new beginning with your brother. Because there's some sort of grudge you're holding on to. All right. Let go of the past. What does the inner child want pile one to know about the past? Because I feel like the other thing too is, regardless of who it is, this person did bring peace to you, and they did like light this passion, this creative spark within you. And I think your inner child wants you to know, like, you can create that again when you let go of whatever happened between you and this other person. And I feel like you've been getting intuitive guidance on little nudges on how to let go. Like, you know what to let go of. As soon as I pulled these cards, you knew what to let go of. But just in case, what does the inner child want to let go of? So it could be that this brother or girlfriend, you felt that it wasn't an even exchange, like you were giving more to them than they were to you. Or it could be the other way around. It could be that you're feeling like you, adult you, is feeling some type of way about maybe not being able to give to your brother or your girlfriend in the way that they gave to you. So it felt uneven. It felt unequal. Unequal? No. Unequal. There's like an internal struggle that was going on. It could have been like a power struggle, and maybe things ended with the girlfriend, if it ended with the girlfriend, in a way that that you feel ashamed about. But there's a need, like your inner child is saying, like, it's okay to, you learned that lesson, right? You know better now going forward. Because they taught you that. That was the point of that connection. Your brother taught you that. How can child number one learn this lesson? Yeah, through, like I said, like that lesson was learned. You dealt with that karma. You've worked through it. It's time to let it go now. It's time to create something new. It's time to create a new self-image. One where you're more compassionate with yourself. Or if, obviously flip it if it doesn't apply. Maybe being more compassionate with them, your brother or your girlfriend. And then for draw cool. Well, I mean, that's pretty simple. It's pretty self-explanatory, actually. But yeah, I feel like this feeling of peace and creativity that your inner child is searching for, that you were able to feel when you were connected with, when you are around, it doesn't have to be past tense, like I said before, when you're around your brother, when you're around your girlfriend, when you forget about whatever past story or belief, self-concept you have about your role in those connections. I feel like going forward, you'll be able to see the different ways that maybe you can, if it was you who wasn't able to give, maybe there's different ways that you're able to give now, if the connection is still there. If not, it's about taking those lessons that you've learned and releasing the guilt and the shame that goes along with that inability to give and take equally. But then giving yourself compassion, or the other person compassion, for who they were at that time when you were connected. Because everybody changes. Maybe not everybody. Most people change and they grow when they learn these lessons. And I feel like that's the main message your inner child wants you to know. Overall, call on Draw Cool. Even call on Spider-Woman to help you to get the intuition for the new choices, the new way of thinking, the new way of creating that you can approach these connections with if they're still in your life. Okay. Yeah, because then we have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's family legacy. That's that's a good card, right? Like, I feel like if this connection is still there, if these connections, obviously brother, girlfriend, if the connection that you came to see this message about is still there, the feelings of peace and creativity you can tap into again. You can experience them again, so long as you can let go of the past and try to see your brother or your girlfriend with different eyes, or yourself with different eyes. Because relationships aren't a one-way street. The way we see ourselves in those relationships, in those connections, can affect the relationship and the connection itself. But it doesn't seem like like with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like it's not a bad thing. Like, it's just a restructure of the choices that you make going forward. Where you choose to put your focus, your intention, where you choose to co-create with the universe and with these people. I hope that was helpful, pile one. It was a little bit scattered, but I hope it was helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I post videos every week on Saturday, 8 a.m. Or you can check out my website, higherheartwarriorchannel.com. Thank you. All right, welcome pile number 2. This is your inner child messages about them. Now, because we got best friend and cat, I figured I would get you another one. So let's, okay, well, Earth. They could be an earth sign or girlfriend. So this came out in pile 1. There could be some messages for you in pile 1, pile number 2. But now that you've seen that, I'll just put this over here. Earth, girlfriend. Not sure if you can see that, but all right. So let's jump into your messages from your inner child about them. Now, this person that you came to get the messages about could be your best friend, could be a cat, the initials, your initials, their initials, however it fits, AUKIJ, the numbers 20, 18, 46, 31, 53. They could be, or you could be, a Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, or Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you could be seeing the number 1515. Again, girlfriend or Earth could be significant for you. So let's get into the overall energy of this connection. Oh, protection. Okay, rejection is protection, just popped into my head. Interesting. Well, if we're talking about a cat, let me not jump ahead of myself, but if we're talking about a cat, cats are very protective energetically. So, okay, let's see the lesson that can be learned. Oh, man. And you know what? Yeah, man. All right. It is never truly the end. Beloved, in this, everything will be okay. So I did a reading recently about messages from your passed on loved ones. So for some of you, this could be a best friend, cat, girlfriend who passed away, and they're letting you know that they are protecting you and your creative expression. So that's just for some of you. Obviously, don't try to force it to fit if it's not for you, but I felt the need to share that. So, okay. Either way, even if it's not a message from a passed on loved one, I'm sure their initial might be here. It's never truly the end could mean that even if in this lifetime, like say this is a cat who is your best friend, right? And they're still here, but you're thinking about wanting to protect them from passing away or something like that. I'm getting like heavy, like passing on. They want you to know, your cat would like you to know that there are multiple incarnations, and when they're not incarnated, they're still protecting you in the astral or in the energetic realms. Oh, you might be really attached. You might have had multiple lives with this cat as your protector. Wow. I didn't expect that. This is supposed to be an inner child reading, but whatever comes up, right? So, all right, that could just be a message for some of you. For those of you who that does not relate to, your inner child would like you to know. Well, let me just get the rest of these cards because I'm like, that just threw me off completely. All right. So how to learn this lesson. We're going to do these two cards. It's an opportunity. Interesting. Oh, man. Hold the phone. Well, this just jumped off the rails because let's say this is a best friend or a girlfriend, right? This best friend or girlfriend, things may be a little bit rocky right now, but this could mean that it was like, sometimes relationships need a pause so that you can see how much of a blessing it is. And so you can work on the patterns that may have been making that connection rocky in the first place. So for some of you, if this is a best friend, a human best friend and girlfriend, the connection is protected and your inner child wants you to know that it's not ending. That this is this bumpy situation that you're in right now, or, you know, this period of turbulence isn't the end, and that the connection itself is protected. This is just a time for you to work on whatever pattern it is that could be negatively affecting your inner child, like from creating and expressing themselves. So this could be about expression, actually. Maybe this period of something that felt like a rejection, maybe between you and your best friend or your girlfriend, or it could even be you have a cat who you feel is ignoring you and isn't close to you, but there's a lesson that your cat is trying to teach you about detachment with compassion and giving people, animals, the space to come to you. And that could be a pattern that they're trying to help you to learn how to be successful at creating the space for other people to come to you rather than for you to go to them. Wow. Another opportunity card. We have Paul the Venetian, gifted one. How very interesting. I'm definitely getting tarot for this because I would like to understand better this very, very interesting, all over the place. So the thing about readings online, especially on YouTube, is there like so many people watch them. So like different people watch them. So it's different than getting a personal reading, where in a personal reading, I am tapping into, I am getting information from one source versus multiple different sources. So the cat message could be for one person watching. The best friend message could be for another. The girlfriend could be for another, you know? So if you're new to these types of readings or readings in general, just try to understand that and don't try to force something to fit if it doesn't. But I would like to see what this protection is about for you. What does your inner child want you to know about this connection and protection? Okay, so it is a time for you to go inwards, to really master the self before stepping, like I said before, about like being able to focus on yourself. Because when you focus on yourself, you're able to see what patterns pop up, how you're showing up to these connections, right? Because whether it is a cat or a human, every connection that we have is trying to teach us something. Connections don't happen for no reason. There's a type of a mirror that is being held up to us to show us where we can grow as a human being and grow emotionally through these connections. So let's see about this never truly ending. Because the thing is too, like sometimes you need to take that break to go inward, to really do that soul searching again, to see the patterns of how you're showing up in these relationships. Because the cat coming out, cats are notorious for, like, not all cats, but it's a stereotype for a reason. Cats will let you know when they've had enough. Humans don't always do that. So cats can be great teachers in teaching us how to not take things personally and how to be confident in yourself and self-assured and be able to soothe yourself when the outside, when other people aren't giving you what you need. Because it's our responsibility to give ourselves what we need. Obviously, you know, people, support, community is there for a reason, but we have to learn how to give to ourselves first in order to then know what we need from others, so we can articulate that, so we can let other people know what we need and how we need them to show up for us, to be supportive and not to be codependent. All right, it's never truly over. Okay. Try one more time. There's something about this connection with your best friend, your girlfriend, or your cat where it's like, okay, it's been a rough road, but noticing and being aware of whatever patterns is going to help you so that you're not putting your unmet needs onto other people. So that, like I just said, so that you're able to meet your needs in the way that you need. And then by doing so, you'll be able to let other people know how best to show up for you in a connection. What about this opportunity? Yeah, it's an opportunity to grow and to heal these patterns of unmet needs and stability. I mean, it could be that you're in business with your best friend or your girlfriend, or your cat. And, you know, okay, let me finish that thought. It could be that you're in business with your girlfriend or your best friend, and there's been a little bit of a rocky start, or maybe your financial situation is what's holding you back. And if that's the case, the message is it's going to be okay. You're going to get that financial stability. And what about this pattern? It's how your conflict resolution skills. Your conflict resolution skills. You need to get creative about how you approach conflict. And how you convey your issues. When you have an issue with somebody, how do you share that you have an issue with them? How do you overcome challenges? These are patterns, right? That we all have. And you could even have a talent for communicating those things for some of you. I feel like there's maybe like one or two people who like is really good at conflict resolution. And if that's you, then just know that, like, give this connection, whether it be a cat, best friend, girlfriend, one more try, because maybe that person has learned how to better everything I just said before, that whole message, it could be flipped. It could be that they're learning how to better convey their needs, how to better self-soothe, how to better take care of their own needs so that they're not, you know, projecting issues that are not your responsibility onto you. And then as far as like calling on Paul the Venetian, it could be, well, let's see. No way. What is, how can Paul help with financial stability, with letting go of black and white thinking and knowing that, like, this is so weird though. Like, I don't understand. Like me, I'm like, okay, wait, best friend, cat, girlfriend. The inner child wants you to know that the money's going to be okay, I guess. And that there's a hidden opportunity. There's a hidden talent that you have that is going to create an opportunity for you to shine and to get this financial stability. Because with the Four of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles upright, you're okay. So as you can see, the video cut off, but I was saying that the stability that you're going to find emotionally and financially, possibly for some of you, is through working through these patterns. And it's also possible that this girlfriend or best friend is somebody that you could be going into business with, a creative business of some sort. And that's why this connection is protected and it's not over yet, is because there's some sort of hidden talent and opportunity for you to shine with this person that you'll soon be learning about. Okay, pile 2, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your likes, your comments, your subscription, and I post videos every Saturday at 8 a.m. Also, this, like I mentioned before, this is a bit scattered, so, you know, for a more succinct personal reading, you can head to higherheartwarriorchannel.com, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Welcome, pile 3. We are getting messages from your inner child about them. Now, for pile 3, you chose this pile because something here resonated with you. So it could be the number 1212 in duality. It could be the letter G, R, or O. It could be the number 28, 29, 58, 48. This person could be your cousin or a great uncle. They could have a Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, or Gemini in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements in their natal chart. Or it could all be reversed and it could apply to you. So let's get into it. This is going to be the overall energy of the connection. The overall energy of this connection was that you were able to rest while you were with this person. You felt a sense of safety, stability. But then I saw duality, and it's almost like they allowed you to rest assured that they weren't going to judge you for the different sides of you. And your inner child said that the lesson to be learned through them, or with them, is to let it go. Let go of all that no longer serves you. So that first initial message that I got still applies. Because I feel like for some of you though, like, I didn't say it, but should have said it. When I saw rest, there's a need for you to, so this is a complicated relationship I'm getting. They or you or both of you really brought out that duality. You really brought out, there was a lot of conflict there. And It's okay for you to let it go now. Because I just get like this sense of turmoil and sort of grief, deep regret, doubt. If you did all you could, if it's okay for you to let it go. And it's okay for you to let it go. Your inner child is saying it's okay for you to let it go. Okay. There's some I didn't think this reading would go this way, but there's some really deep-seated betrayals that occurred with this cousin or great uncle, and holding on to it isn't helping you or your inner child. The lesson to learn, how you can learn this lesson, is to be patient for the right timing. But okay. So then it's like, this is where this duality is coming in. It's like there's, I don't know. Okay. Again, this is a general free reading on YouTube. So there's going to be different messages for different people. But for some of you, when I saw this Let It Go card, I really did feel that deep grief and betrayal going on. But then for others of you with these two cards, it's like you can rest assured, because at first, before this card came, okay, I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm trying to like show you my process a little bit, or explain it rather, so you can follow me along this journey. When I first saw the rest card, I was like, okay, so this person, like everything I said, like this person makes you feel safe. They make you feel like you can be yourself, both sides of yourself. So that was that initial message, right? And then the Let It Go card, and I got hit with this sense of grief and sadness and betrayal, right? So that tells me that there's another line of energy coming through, which is like, okay, so this cousin, this great uncle, for some of you, was not a place where you could, like I said, where you could rest. They brought out the darker sides of you. They triggered you. They activated these, they activated a sense, a side of you that doesn't normally get activated, and that you've been holding on to that for a long time, that they brought out that side of you that you don't normally allow out. So for track A, we had this cousin and this great uncle. The message from your inner child is they see that this person did allow you to rest. They did allow you to be both sides of yourself. But with this Let It Go, I can't with this Let It Go. Like, okay, so I don't know if it's because this deck, with these relationships, I originally created the intention for using for a mediumship video, but I feel like for those of you who this cousin or great uncle has passed away, your inner child is letting you know that it is okay. It is time for you. Okay, first of all, it's okay for you to celebrate that they passed away because of whatever betrayal they did. That is okay. It is okay. It is okay. The other thing is, it is okay for you to let it go now. Now is the time. You've been patient. It is okay for you to let it go. Because once you let it go, you can learn that there's potential for growth in whatever betrayal, whatever shadiness, whatever darkness was brought out from this situation. There's two sides to everything. Again, with duality, where there's darkness, there's also light. Where there's light, there's also darkness. You can't have one without the other. So there's something within darkness of this connection that you are allowed to try to find the light in. This was emotional manipulation. This was cruelty. This was deviousness. It was just cruelty for the sake of being cruel, for their own sick, twisted delights, okay? So your inner child is saying, holding on to the fact that this person, you know, treated you in this way is not helping them. It's not honoring them. You've done that long enough, okay? Now is the perfect time for you to, and I know this can be hard when it's so dark, but there's something about you that you learned through this darkness. Maybe it's you learned how strong you were, how capable you are of overcoming, or not even overcoming, but of holding your ground as best you could as a child. Because remember, these are inner child readings. This is an inner child reading. So for those of you where that message so far is resonating, your inner child is saying it's okay for you to let it go. It's okay for you to rest assured that if this person has passed on, you know, karma goes through lifetimes. And that maybe was a part of the lesson that was meant to be learned, was that maybe not in this lifetime you didn't get your justice. You weren't able to get that balance of injustice versus justice, but it will be served, whether this lifetime or another. Because that's the nature, again, of the light and the dark. You can't have one without the other. Balance is key in everything. So then we have transcending fear. Okay. I'm like, this is not fun. I feel for you. For those of you who this cousin or uncle is still alive, you're not this child anymore. Okay? And I say that with the most compassion. You're not this child anymore. Your inner child wants you to know to let it go. Let go of this fear. It is a tactic that this person used in order to manipulate and control somebody who was clearly younger than them. With great uncle, for sure. Cousin, maybe. Regardless, there is so much you've gained. Like, I'm trying to find the words. This is getting me so like, okay. Because yeah, let's just take a deep breath, because there's a lot. I feel like pile 3, with this duality, it's time for you to rest assured that there's nothing for you to be fearful of at this time, because you are no longer a child. You are an adult. You are able to secure your safety. You are able to secure your distance from this person. And if not, it is within your reach. It is within your power to do so, because you are an adult. Okay? You have this power within you on the other side and next to that fear. Fear isn't the enemy. Fear is something that can be used, that can be transmuted into your power. And if you'd like, we can go deeper into that on in like a personal reading, or you can message me or email me. But yeah, just know that your inner child is ready for you to let this go. Give me, what does the inner child of pile 3 want them to know about this potential? Okay. There's a potential for you to create a new legacy within your family, because this is family. This is cousin. This is great uncle. This is you have the potential to change and break that cycle of just toxicity. And call on Vajra Yogini to assist you in facing that fear, walking with it, and still embracing your power. What else does pile 3's inner child want them to know before we go? No. It's been challenging for you. It's been challenging. No doubt it's been challenging. Like, I feel that. But you're coming into this place, because that's so interesting that it got placed there. Because the Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing. It is about comfort. It is about indulging in the earthly pleasures that we get to have as human beings. And now is the time, especially with rest coming out. With rest, now is the time for you to rest assured that you can let this go and you can enjoy your life. And that it is definitely perfect time for you to do so. And it's also so interesting that you got duality, you got balance, and then you got the moon and the sun. You've suffered long enough with this connection. You've suffered long enough holding on to it. It is not yours to hold on to anymore. It's just not. And once you let it go, that is when you'll be able to see how you can create the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for, the emotional rest that you're looking for. Whatever it is that is your wish, you can get that on the other side of releasing this connection. If you're still connected, release that shit, because that is so, I mean, and obviously, again, you're an adult, so you can do what you choose, but I'm just saying, like, from based off the energy that I'm tapping into right now, release it. But again, you're an adult, you can choose what you'd like to do. That is your guidance, though, is to let go of all that no longer serves you. Because, yeah, and maybe for some of you who you're like, oh, but they're family, there's something there for you to investigate. With Scorpio right there, there's something there for you to investigate. How your beliefs about family and legacy may be keeping you in fear of letting go what no longer serves you. What you've learned, what you can from this situation, the life that you want, the emotional experiences, the emotional fulfillment, the emotional safety that you are looking for is on the other side of releasing the past. Releasing not even just the past. It is your past. Like, that's how you get your victory. Okay? Pile 3. I really wish you well on this. It's not easy. You know, I'm saying all of this, but having done it myself, you know, it's not easy. It is not easy. And, you know, definitely call on Saradwin and Vajrayogini to really help you fortify yourself while facing that fear and walking away or letting go of what no longer serves you. And that is this connection. Pile 3, I really do wish you the best. Please, if you would like to engage in my services that I feel would be very helpful for you, you can go to higherheartwarriorchannel.com, and there's specifically a courage energy session where I do Reiki, and then there's also different readings that we can do. Otherwise, I thank you for being here, letting me read your energy, and I post videos every Saturday at 8 a.m. and I hope to see you there. Thank you, and good luck. Take care.